Pak Mei has explosiveness that corresponds exactly to what I wanted for the story of revenge.
Pak Mei is ferocious, fast, powerful and accurate. And yeah, you have a lot of strikes coming out like this.
The player will create the choreography. It depends only on them to make a beautiful situation.
When I was 14, I went to China with my father, get back in France and start learning Chinese in school. So I find some master in France, but I didn't find the right master and the right style for me in France. So I went to China and I find Pak Mei in Foshan. And I start learning with this clan. The right master is Lao Wei-san. I wanted to be better and start to be one of the best. One day I became master myself. Most of Kung Fu we see, it is like what Jet Li is doing. It's like opera Kung Fu. No one fight like this in real life. It's amazing, but this is not authentic. And I was searching for something real.
So the idea was to have the best of both worlds, credibility, the expertise of Benjamin in terms of movement, in terms of real combat, and on our side, our knowledge about combat design. For me, it was natural to integrate Benjamin's Pak Mei into our game, to use his moves as an inspiration for our main character's animation.
I bring some specifics in the mechanics of the gameplay, the interaction with other NPC. I create a movement of 3 weapons for the main character, the baseball bat, machete, and the staff you will see is Pak Mei from Foshan.
I really wanted to have something very immersive, really cool on the screen, but there is also sometimes game design things that don't fit with this. Should I do the thing that will be better for the game design or the thing that will be better for the stuff on the screen or for the feeling in the game?
Basically, we take the data from the capture and we post-animate it. So we shape it to respect the animation direction and the style. For instance, we have to add real impacts. We better synchronized action, we add camera movements, we add camera shakes, we add viscerality. The player must be amazed on each finishing move he performs.
Some move we changed a little bit because it was making sense when we were doing like this, like a stab. Yesterday we do a stabbing technique and I needed to finish the NPC with a stabbing technique, and at the end I thought, oh no, it will be good to just cut the throat. And I just changed the technique like this because in the action it was feeling more like this. I wanted to share with them not just the technique but also the cultural side.
It's important for us to be respectful of the Chinese culture and to also show to the player little details for Benjamin or also for me are important in the life of a Kung Fu master or Kung Fu student.
After we have this picture of what Kung Fu really is, well, we just go deeper and deeper about this. Jordan say, okay, what about this Wuguan? Is it feng shui good? I say, what? You really want me to check this? And he say, of course. So I start checking the Wuguan design. Okay, this door cannot be here, this kind of stuff. This is great that they go deeper like this.
In our game, we don't want to depict the main character as invincible. We want the player to have pressure, to be surrounded by multiple enemies. Any mistakes of the player can be deadly.
And I came with 1 idea, 2 ideas, 3 ideas. Say, okay, this one is the greatest one. This is what we want, and we just move forward like this all the time.
Actually, there are I don't know, maybe 160 moves only for the main characters. Each move was designed for a particular situation. It needs to be effective. it needs to be credible and it needs to be beautiful. The player can, I don't know, just rushing and evade, but he can also kill all of them with style. That idea is the art of Sifu.